Hi everybody, it's Jenny, and today I'm participating in the Inspiration Hop for the new Stampin' Die of the Month from Not Too Shabby. You can follow along with the hop by using the hashtag N2S Spread Your Wings, as well as enter for a chance to win a $25 gift card to the Not Too Shabby shop. And all you have to do is leave a like and comment on each of the videos along the way, as well as enter at the Rafflecopter link in the description box below. So before we get started, let's go ahead and take a closer peek at this month's stamp and coordinating dies. The stamp set is called Spread Your Wings, and it's made up of these gorgeous butterfly and flower images, as well as some really sweet sentiments. And then here are the coordinating dies. So to start my card today, I'm going to be doing some ink blending onto some white glitter cardstock, and I'm going to be using the Distress Oxide colors Spun Sugar, Kitsch Flamingo, and Worn Lipstick. And I just went ahead and trimmed down that glitter cardstock to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Next, I went into my stash and picked out a piece of pink cardstock that coordinates with my ink blended panel, and I'm just going to go ahead and trim that down and then heat emboss the main butterfly image onto the cardstock with some clear embossing powder. And so to do that, I started by running my anti-static powder tool across the cardstock, and then I'm going to lay out my stamp and then stamp that out with some VersaFine Clear black ink. Then I'm going to add the embossing powder and heat that up with my heat tool till everything is nice and melted. Then I'm going to color in my image with a glitter brush pen. Next, I'm going to use the coordinating die to trim out my image. For the inside of my card, I'm going to use that same pink cardstock and trim out a 4 by 5 1/4 panel. And I'm going to stamp my sentiment onto that using the VersaFine Clear black ink, as well as do some tone-on-tone stamping of the other images from the set with some more of the Spun Sugar Distress Oxide. I used the piece of acetate from the stamp set to lay out all my images before I stamped them down, and then I laid the acetate over it again so I could place my sentiment. To create my card base, I trimmed down a piece of white cardstock to 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 inches, and I'm just going to use a pencil to mark the center, and then I'm going to fold in each end to meet in the middle. Next, I just went ahead and set all my pieces to the side, and I brought in that pink cardstock one more time, and I'm going to trim a strip to 1 1/4 by 11. I'm going to use the smaller butterfly stamps from the set again and the Spun Sugar Distress Oxide to add a butterfly pattern to this strip. Next, I'm going to use a scalloped edge border die to add some scallop details to both sides of my strip. And once I have one side finished, I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. Once I have my band complete, I'm going to go ahead and fold that around my card base, and then I'm going to use the sentiment from the stamp set that says, "Spread your wings, it's time to fly," and I'm just going to stamp that right onto the center of the band. Next, I'm going to trim down my glitter panel that I did the ink blending on, and I'm just going to go ahead and trim that right down the center. And I'm going to do the same thing to my butterfly image as well. I'm going to go ahead and add some foam tape to the back of my butterfly and then start attaching everything to the card base. For some additional embellishment, I'm going to go ahead and add some silver sequins. And here's a closer look at the finished card. And I really liked how this one looks, so I went ahead and made another one in purple. And I think they both turned out super sweet. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!